Honeywell Crafts. Nicole, 30 degrees. Yes, please. I'd like some of that. Thank you very much. I would quite happily have some 30 degrees. Talking about the bill, I went to a Cops and Cars event a little while ago and met this person who you might recognise. I even got a signed photo. Unfortunately, some of the writing's been scratched off where it was in the bag, which is a real shame. But anyway, yeah, Graham Cole. Got a picture with him and everything. Lovely chap. Really, really nice. Very friendly, very chatty. Could literally had time for everybody. He was standing around chatting to everybody. Amazing guy. So I was really chuffed to meet him. Actually interviewed him as well, which was quite interesting. But yeah, I used to love the bill. So yeah, bit of a nostalgia for you there. Hi Elizabeth, hi Heather, hi Desiree. You just woke up and jumped on. Well done. Good job. I feel like I've just woken up too. I haven't, but you know what it's like. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, Nicole, absolutely. Hi, Ali. Okay, so let's do our little housekeeping that we have to do. So if you're watching this back, don't forget, this is a live stream. It will be chatty. If you don't like the chat, come and join us. It's more interesting if you're actually here interacting. If not, then you can watch it back afterwards, which you are doing, obviously, because I'm talking to the replay people. You can skip through the bits you don't like, skip through the bits that are chatty, or you can wait and there will be an edited version at some point. Don't know when, but it will come. So that's your options. Okay, so that's that one. I also want to say a massive thank you to all my members as well. Who else have we got on at the moment? Yeah, nobody else. What was that? I was going to answer somebody else's question as well. What was I going to say? Oh, I can't remember. My brain is not working. Hi, Linda. Yes. Also, I wanted to say a big, massive apology for the fact I feel like I'm quite massively behind. That's because I am quite massively behind. So that would be the reason. So yeah, I haven't managed to do any more digital kits. I haven't managed to get any more books published. It's all been a bit crazy. Yeah, so I'm trying to catch up at the moment. I'm trying to catch up with videos. I'm trying to catch up scheduling them. I'm trying to catch up with everything. So I am aware of the fact that I haven't brought out a digital kit for goodness knows how many weeks. And I'm also aware of the fact that I haven't actually published another book for about a week or so. So I'm aware of these things. So apologies for that. Valerie, you like the chat. It's better than ads on replay. Well, this is true. And also because you can join in as well. So I personally, I will go and join a live stream, but I don't want to watch a replayed one. So I understand. If you have any cards that you've made based off tutorials and stuff, then please go over to Pinterest. I've got a board called Inspired by Iced Images, or Iced Images Inspiration. What's it say on there? Iced Images Inspiration. There you go. A Pinterest board. So you can ask to join that, and I will try and remember to check it and approve people, and then they can jump on and post your pictures of your cards, and we can all comment on them. So that's good, and like them or whatever. I've also got a Reddit community as well if you want to go over there. I did post a poll on there a few days ago, but no one voted, so that's fine. I will probably put it on YouTube to ask the question. I think I know the answer to the question, but anyway, I'm going to put it on anyway. And then what else do I need to put on? Nothing else. I think that's everything I need to say with that. Nicole, you appreciate what you do when you have the time to share it with us. I know it's just because I've been away quite a lot. And just life is lifing at the moment. So I'm going to say life is definitely lifing. It's doing its lifey most to be life. So it's all a bit of a struggle. But we're getting there. And also I really need to get ahead because of I really want to do 12 Days of Christmas. I want to get some more packs out. I definitely need to get some more of my old packs published. I've got so much I need to do, so yeah, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely we will get there. It's just a shame when you're self-employed, if you have time off, you then have to make up for that time off, so it just makes it a bit difficult, really. Hi, Jeanette. Desiree, you met him once too. In a fish and chip shop in Hazelborough. Oh, wow. Okay. Did you get to talk to him? He was really very friendly and very chatty. It was nice because I didn't know, you know, with stars sometimes they're not always like that. So it was nice that he was friendly. Hi, Mandy. Right, okay. So the card we are doing now. Before we do the card, we need to do the giveaway. You can tell my brain is all over the place. I've actually remembered to put the numbers in this time, so that's good. So obviously I have an Etsy store. Haven't uploaded one recently, any new packs, but it is still there. So if you haven't had all the packs so far, then you can head over there and have a look. I do a giveaway every week. So whatever packs you buy between last live stream and this live stream, your name, depending on how many things so if you bought 2 kits, then you'll get 2 entries, 3 kits, you'll get 3 entries, etc. And they get put in a prize draw bag, which is here. And then I pull your name out of a hat and you get to win a die. So this week, this is the die that we were going to win. So this was the prize. So the winner for this week is number 4. And number 4 is, if I look at my little list of people, it is, bear with, let me find it on the thing. It is Andrea Ochoa from Mexico. So well done, Andrea. I will be sending this to you. You are the winner for this week. So let me peg that on there like that. So that will be winging its way to you. The die for this week is, she says, trying to find it, is this one. It's a cappuccino. It's like a coffee. You might have seen me use this actually. So it's a cappuccino, like a mug with a teaspoon, saucer, and then it just says cappuccino at the top. So it's quite a good die. It's quite a nice size as well, as you can see. So that is the die that you can win this week. So buy a pack from my Etsy shop between now and next live stream, a digital kit, and you'll get entered into a draw to win this die. So let's put that over there. Hi, Tamara. Right. Okay, is that everything? Have I done everything? I think I've done everything now. I think we're all caught up. Let me have a quick look at my little list. I think that's everything done. Yes, right, we can crack on with the card. So today's card, I haven't had a chance to make an actual version of it yet. I've made a rough sample. I'm going to be using the Holly, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to be using the Holly Sprigs kit. So I can't remember who it was who'd bought it. Nicole, was it you who bought it? I think it was you. Somebody had just bought the Holly Sprigs kit. I think it was you, Nicole, I think. Anyway, whoever's just bought the Holly Sprigs kit, I'm going to be using that today. I'm also using this die, and this is a new die, which is from, bear with, wait for my brain to catch up. It's from Coco Rosa Studio. So you can use the link in the description below, which is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out. And you can also use my code ICE20, which will get you 20% off your order. Both of those things, if you use the link and use the code, or one or the other, then it just helps them know that you've come from me, and then I get a few pennies, just, you know, if you buy anything. So it just helps out the channel. So that's that. Right, let me put my phone on to silent, do not disturb mode. I've actually finally got myself a new phone, so that is a good thing. So that's one step, because that's the other thing that's been taking up my time this week, is trying to sort out a new phone. I've literally 4 times I've downloaded apps onto a device, whether it be a new phone that then I didn't need, didn't like, or didn't keep, or whatever, or a tablet or whatever, and then had to take them off again and download it onto another device. So 4 times I've done that. So that was quite trying. But anyway, such is life. Right, so let us start with, so I can't show you what it looks like because I don't have a finished one. Beth, you've got the Hollies. Oh, and Sandra. Fabulous. That's okay. So Beth and Sandra. Cool. Nicole, you're broke. Yeah, I know the feeling. Same. McSame. Right. Okay. So you are going to need. I tell you what. I'll show you my rough version, just so you can see where we're headed with this. So it's going to be called a 5x7 tiered pop-up step card. Now, I haven't seen anybody else do this card. If you know of somebody else who's done this card, let me know. I literally was looking through Pinterest, and the pop-up step card that we all know and love, I saw that and was like, oh, that's quite nice. Could I do something on that? And then my mind went a bit, as it does, it goes off on one. And I was like, oh, I could add this and I could add that. And so that's where this card came from. So this is actually from my own brain. I haven't seen anybody else do this. Obviously, I'm aware that, quite often people do stuff and you don't realise and whatever. So if anybody knows of anybody who's actually done this before, let me know. But this is the card that we're doing. So it's as a tiered pop-up step card. So it's just a temp fold 5x7, and then this bit folds down and you've got these steps at the front. And I just thought it was quite fun. Obviously it stands up like that. You could do it so that it stands up, without this tent fold, but I just feel like, because obviously that's going to have to fold up like that in order to fit in the envelope, it then means that angle, if the recipient doesn't fold it down enough, it means the angle's not going to be enough to hold it up and it might fall forward. So it's better to make it into a tent fold. So yeah, and obviously you can change the measurements on your steps. You can make them bigger, smaller, whatever. But I've just done a version. But I thought it's quite good because you can kind of get a nice scene going on it. There's all sorts of things you could do on it. So that's the card we're doing. So you're going to need a 7x10 piece of card, or you can just use a pre-made 5x7 card blank, because what we're going to do is along the 10-inch edge, we're going to score halfway at 5. So then you're basically making yourself a 5x7 card blank like that. And obviously you want it to be tenfold. Nicole, you've made this card with the pop-up inside, not on the front. Yes. So I've seen similar to that, because I did that pop-up step card with the internal pop-up step, the multi-step pop-up card. And it's similar to that. But yeah, on the front, I just thought I haven't seen it on the front before. Hi, Beth. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Ali, you've made a couple of cards like that. Your grandson actually showed me it this morning. Ah, cool. So that's what I mean. I was thinking it's too much of an obvious card for somebody not to have done it in the past, but I haven't. That's not what I've gone off. I've just gone off my own brain, going, "Oh, pop-up step card. Okay, what can I do with it?" So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere must have done it. Surely. Okay, so that's that one done. I'm going to go through all of we're going to go through all of the white pieces first. It's just because I've put all my pattern pieces together on the corresponding step, so I don't want to mess those up. But if I try and line them up here, just drop one on the floor, so that's helpful. That one there. Oh, and also I need to be mindful of when I go to edit this. If I make too much of a mess and talk over myself, then I end up having a bit of a problem trying to edit. Okay, so next up, you're going to need a piece of base card that's 5.5x7, and on the 5-inch edge, you're going to score at 1 inch, at 2.5, at 3.5, and at 5. Okay, so that is that one. That felt like it went off a bit there on the 5-inch. Let's just make sure I didn't go off. There we go. Okay, so that's that one done. Then you need a piece that is 3.5x6, and on the 3.5-inch edge, you just score at 1 inches, 2 inches, and 3 inches. Nice and easy. Hi Anika, hi Anne, hi Wilma. Your first time, welcome Wilma. Good to have you with us. I hope you enjoy the card we're doing today. Okay, so that's that one done. Then you're going to need a piece of base card that is 2.5x5. And on the 2.5-inch edge, you're going to score at 0.5 inch, at 1.5, and at 2. Okay, so that is that. And that's all your scoring done. Right, so then what we need to do is we're just going to go ahead and mountain fold all of our score lines. Nice and easy. Don't go too thick with your card. I'm hoping mine is not too thick. My sample card, I just used like thin scrap card that I had, so it wasn't that, so I'm not really sure how this one's going to go, because obviously this is a bit thicker. This card's about a 240, maybe something like that. So right, let's give that a good burnish. That's those two done, and then we just need to do this one. Give it a good burnish like that. There we go. Right, so okay, so let's put these three to one side for the moment, because first of all, what we need to do is take our 5x7 card blank, and on the front, and if you want to do mats, you can, but I thought let's keep it simple. Let's just do pattern pieces. So you need one piece of pattern that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and that's just going to go straight on the front. And as I said, this is from the Holly Sprigs paper pack that is available on Amazon. It's available on Amazon in lots of different places. I'll put up on the screen quickly that's all the different places, all the different Amazon sites that it's available on. If you use a you know, these VPN things like NordVPN or whatever, where you can you can access internet from somewhere else. So if your Amazon place isn't listed there, if you're in your country, you might be able to use one of those, whatever they're called, VPN things, and then go onto a different country's Amazon. Or you might just be able to type it into your browser. It might come up, because I can get onto Amazon.com and order through them, even though I'm in the UK and we don't have Amazon.com. So yeah, give it a go and try. Thank you, Anika. I really do like this pal. I've been very pleased with this pal, actually. Okay, so that's that one there. And then we need to take the largest step, which is this one, and we're going to put red tape along here. I'm just checking to see how I did this. Yeah, so we need to put red tape along here. You can use wet glue if you want. So we use my ridiculously enormous roll of red tape for this, and put that on there like that. Jeanette, possibly. It all depends on time. It all depends on time. But I think Louise was my trusty. I'm pretty sure Louise was my helper in these matters. So Louise, if you manage to make an A5 version of this, then please help me with the measurements. I can probably work the measurements out, but it's just having the time to do it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this into a box. So I'm going to turn this over, fold that along, so you've got your tab and then your next piece. Take this backing off, and then fold that over, and then stick that whole thing down. To be honest, Jeanette, it's not that much different to the 5x7 version. So, hi, Anika. We've got lots of Anikas. Hi, all the Anikas that we have. I can see 2. I think there was another one as well. So, hello to all the Anikas. Hi, Zanya. Yes, thank you, Louise. If you can't, don't worry. I don't want to burden you if you've got other stuff going on. But yeah, if you can work it out, great. I will try at some point. But yeah. Right, okay, so that makes you your step. So on this step now, this largest part is going to be your top and your bottom, and that's your front side. So work out what you want to be as your back. So I'm going to make this as the back, and then what I'm going to do, just so that, because I have half a brain at the moment, I'm just going to make a mark, if I can find my pencil, on here, so I know I'm putting pattern here and I'm putting pattern here. Okay, and so what you need is one piece of pattern. So this is going to go on the top here. One piece of pattern that is 1 1/4, which is this one, by 6 3/4, and one piece that is 3/4 by 6 3/4. So that's going to go there, and then this one is just going to go on the front of the step there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down for you. And obviously, because I'm using already pre-printed paper, I can go ahead and use Yoo-hoo. If I was using my digital kit that I'd printed off, I probably wouldn't use Yoo-hoo, because it can sometimes take the print off. Right, let's stick this down. Oh, helps you get the font the right way round. Let's just get this in. Oh, it's quite long. So as I said, this is why I'm not doing mats, because when you come to the front of these steps, your mats and patterns, you'd either have to do a very narrow border on them, or you'd end up with a very thin piece of pattern paper. So I just decided it was easier just to, you know, just to go with just the pattern. And also, I think where you've got a car where you've got quite a bit going on, you don't always need the mat. I do love a mat, you know me, but I don't think you always need the mat. So I thought we'd just take it easy on ourselves today. So let's stick this one down. So the question I was going to ask, well, the question I did ask on my Reddit community, which I'm probably going to do a YouTube poll for, but I will ask on here, was with my paper pads, I've got 3 different types out at the moment. I've got the one that's just single-sided, just pattern on one side, white on the other, and there's 2 of each pattern in the pad. I've got one type where you've got pattern on one side, colour on the other. Again, 2 sheets of each pattern in the pad. And then I've got another one, which was the Dragonfly Dreams one, which was 3 sheets of each pattern with colour on the back. I think I know the answer to the question. Which of those 3 options do you prefer? So do you prefer just having pattern on the front, white on the back, single-sided? That's option 1. Option 2 is pattern on the front, colour on the back, 2 of each pattern, 2 sheets of each pattern. Or do you prefer 3 sheets of each pattern with pattern on the front, colour on the back? That's your options. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. Just know that the 3rd option is slightly more expensive because obviously you've got extra pages in the book. That's all I'm going to say. But I think it's like £1 extra in. It's not too much extra per book. But yeah, that's my options. Option 3 so far. I thought it might be. Okay, so number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3. Yeah, I didn't think there was going to be any number, anything else. Number 3. Yes. Okay. So it sounds like number 3. Any difference on number 3s, or are we on? I don't think it's number 3, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, that's cool. So what I'll probably do is, I'm going to go forward with doing the rest of the digital packs as option number 3 then. And then if I get a chance to, I'm going to backtrack and do the Holly Sprigs, the Nordic Lights, and what was the other one? Yeah, those 2 that were single-sided, I'm going to try and do as double-sided with 3 sheets. If I get a chance to do Petrol Head and was it just Petrol Head? No, if I get a chance to do Petrol Head with 3 per page, 3 sheets per design, I will. But we'll see. Yeah, you're all united, aren't you? This is definitely a landslide victory for this. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put on some glue on the back here. And again, you can use red tape. You just need something strong because obviously this is a 3D design. It's, construction, as it were. And it's going to fold. So if I have it this way up, that's the top. It's going to fold up like I don't know. No, it's going to fold up like that in the envelope. So you're going to have the base and then the front. So if you fold it like that when you stick it down, and you're going to you're going to line up the folded edge of your step with the cut edge, the bottom cut edge of your tent card, and just get that nice and lined up and let that stick, and then you should have your first part. So if you want, you could just stop here and that could be your card. So that's kind of like your traditional pop-up step card, slightly different dimensions to what you might normally do, but that's your first one. Looking at this is giving me ideas actually for a different way of doing it. But anyway, I won't tell you about that. That'll be my little secret. Might use it as a 12 days of Christmas card maybe, because I'm just having a bit of a, yes, that's giving me ideas. I need to remember these ideas though. Nicole, you always buy decorated paper in 3s, one for the front pattern, one for the back pattern, and the other to hoard, stroke, sniff. Yeah, to be honest, I just find it better to have 3 pieces, 3 designs, 3 sheets per design, because I find you get more. Sometimes you need, depending on what size card you're doing, sometimes you need to have the 3 sheets to get all the pieces you need to cut out. So especially if it's like a directional pattern. So I get it. I do get it. Okay, cool. So that's that one done. So then we are going to take this one here, and we are going to, now this one, as you will notice, doesn't stick together as a box. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put red tape on the bottom here, but I'm going to use glue on the other side, and you'll see why. It's similar to when we did the multi-step pop-up card. Similar reasons. I mean, it's a similar card, so I do like a pop-up card. So that's that. And then we need to take a pin. Actually, before we do that, let us put the pattern on before we do it. So what's going to happen is this is going to stick on the top there. That's going to be your front. That's going to be your top. So for that reason, I'm going to make a, where's my pencil gone? I'm going to make a mark here and a mark here. So then you know what's happening. That will have glue on it, or tape, depending on what you want to do. And so for this one, you need both pieces of the same size. I've done 2 different patterns, but you're basically going to need 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's going to go there because that's the top. And then this one's going to go here because that's the front. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down. I'm actually going to use red double-sided for this because glue's a bit tricky when you've got a long strip like this. You can put a light on it on batteries. Yeah, you know what? I would like to try and get some more of those little battery light things I had a few years ago. And I also saw, I don't know if you've seen it, somebody, and I can't remember who it was. I have a brain like a fish. There was somebody I saw who was advertising, or using in a craft demo, a little light, and when you blow on it, it goes out. And it was like so she was using it for like a candle die cut, and she had the little light on it. Anybody know who that is? Please let me know. But it was so cool, and I really want to get hold of some of those lights. I meant to look them up. I think they're going to be expensive, but I just thought that was really cool. So that would be quite nice if you want a little light that blows out. That would be cool to put on. But I can't remember who did it. I'm not sure if it was. I think it was an American crafter. I have a feeling it was someone like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure who it was, but anyway, it was good. So it was a nice little light. Yeah, podium would be a good idea. I had another idea that's kind of very Christmas orientated. I will reveal all. I'm going to go and have a play with it afterwards and see, because I need to start recording my Pear Blossom Press. Ah, cool. Thank you, Laurie, for that. So I think the person I saw was using, we think it might be, I've forgotten her name. I can picture her, and she's recently left Stampin' Up. Because I remember watching her since then, and she's got a lovely craft room, whatever. And I'm sure it was her that because she's kind of getting her own things now. I think it was her, but again, I can't remember her name, so that's sort of no use to anybody. So sorry about that. Brain the size of a fish. Right, okay, so that's that one done. So then we want to go ahead and take the backing off this red tape like this, and I'm going to take not all of it, I'm going to do part of it. So I want to fold that tab over, bring your step in, and then what we're going to do is this bit here is going to stick to the top of here. So what I would suggest probably is the best thing to do is if you lie this flat, butt that up against there like that, and then just make sure if you're not putting the whole thing off in one go, just make sure you've got a bit of a tab, and then just close your step onto it like that. Pull the rest of your tape out, make sure it doesn't move, stick it down, and then that's stuck on then, that's stuck onto there. Yes, Wendy Cranford, I'm pretty sure it was her. Might not have been, but that's somebody who I've watched run to recently, so I think it might have been her. Okay, so next what we want to do is we are going to, so the whole thing's going to fold like that, so your little step's going to be there. In fact, no, it's not. It's going to fold like, is it going to fold like that? No, it's going to fold like that, isn't it? And then when you put it down, no, that's not right. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I've done this wrong. I've done it wrong. So this tab is supposed to stick to there. This bit is supposed to stick to here. Oh, and I've used red tape. Happy days. Okay, so bear with. This is going to be fun to edit later. I'm going to very carefully, doesn't matter if the paper tears because I'm going to be covering it up. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is why edited ones are better. I get to repair all my mistakes. Okay, so ignore that. So it's this bit we need to stick down, which means this is the wrong way around. Yay! Goody gumdrops. Okay, so I think then in that case, what we're going to have to do is stick that down first. Okay, so if like me, you're a complete silly Billy and you've done it all the way wrong way around, then don't worry, Marianne. Hello. Yeah, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stick this onto there like that, because then that gives you the depth you need, and then you fold along this line here and this sticks to the back. I'm going to have to do it the reverse way round, so I am going to have to stick this first. It should work, hopefully. Might not, but we hope it will. So I'm going to glue this and I'm going to stick this to the back here, which is where I mean, it is going to stick here at some point. But you just need to make sure you've got the right amount of gaps. I'm going to stick that there like that. Then I'm going to fold this down like that and then stick that on there like that. And then that will mean, there we go. That's the right, that's fine. It is, as I said, it's supposed to be the, and I can see all my torn paper now, but I can always put a piece in there just to cover that up. So yeah, so this bit here should be here. Okay, and this tab should be on the back. So ignore my shambles of an attempt. Right, and then we're going to take this one here, and I'm going to double check what I'm doing first. So this, I think this is here, and then yeah. So with this one, you're doing it that way around. So this is the bottom. I'm going to write on it because I do not trust myself today. So this is the bottom. This is the front. This is the top. And this is the back. Okay. Hi. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Trinity? Is that right? Hupple? Trinity Hupple? I don't know how you pronounce your name, but hello. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Right, so we are going to add a piece of pattern paper on the front there and a piece on the top. So your pattern paper for the front is going to be 3/4 of an inch by, bear with. Oh no, it's, yeah, so it's going to be 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. And then the top piece, which you don't have to do if you don't want to because it's so small, is 1/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. So I did it slightly bigger than 1/4 of an inch. I did it like 1/8 of an inch bigger. But yeah, it's really up to you what you want to do. And I'm going to use mega thin tape for this. It's probably a little bit too thin. There's a bit of a gap, but it's fine. See, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. That's my take on it all. So that is going to go there. So as you can see, if you were doing mats right now, trying to do a mat and a pattern on this piece is really not going to happen. So just that's why I decided just to go with patterns on their own. Okay, so that's going on there like that. And then this one, we need 2 pieces. Trudy, cool, yes. Yes, I can do that. Hi, Joan, don't worry. That's okay. So we're going to stick this one up here. I'm going to have fun editing this. When I make mistakes in a live stream, it's always fun. If I make mistakes when I do a tutorial, it's fine because I can kind of, you know, get my way around it. But when it's a live stream, it's yeah, more difficult, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just the way things go. Right, let's stick this down on the front here, like that. There we go. And like that. And then we just need to go ahead. I'm going to add glue this time. Back crafting, absolutely. So I'm going to actually put some glue on this. I think it might be a bit easier than tape. And then we're going to take our step, and this is going to attach to the top of the step, which the other one should have done as well, but didn't. But you just need to make sure it butts up against this edge, but doesn't go under. So just put that in like that. Shut that on the top like that. And then the back piece I'm going to use tape for, just because I want it to stick straight away. I don't want it to be moving around. And now I know I'm definitely got the right bit in the right place. So we're going to put a bit of red tape onto here, like that. There we go. And then take the backing off that. I'm going to take it all off. And then we're going to fold along this line here in between the red and the green, like that. And then stick the whole thing flat. So then when you open it up, you've got your tiers there. Okay, now I'm definitely going to have to do something about inside there. I mean, it's not too visible, but I know it's there, so it's going to annoy me. And then it's just a case of decorating. So you don't have to worry about a white piece, because obviously you can write inside. So that's all good and wonderful. I've got this, as I said, this die cut. Now, one thing you do need to remember, because I was going to put it like up maybe on the middle one, but if you put it on the middle step, when you close it, that is going to pop above the line of your card. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to put that here, because then it literally just comes to the top. So I'm going to put the greeting at the front there, and then I was thinking I might put some poinsettias or little something or other on the back. And I think what I need to do, obviously I need to cut them out. I haven't done that yet. I haven't cut any bits out. So let me grab my poinsettias. Need to remember where they are. Poinsettias, I think, are in here. I think it's this one. Let me have a quick look. Find some poinsettias and cut them out. Oh no, it's not this one. Oh, actually, I have got poinsettias in there. They might be a bit big though. That's the only thing. They are massive. So these are Craft poinsettias. They're beautiful, but they are a bit big. I have got some other ones, which is the ones I was thinking of. I think it might be this one. No. Oh, this one. Oh, there we go. I need to label up my my folders, my die storage folders, because I get a bit confused as to what has what in it. Right, in this one I've definitely got some poinsettias, and they're smaller and they're quite ornate. And I think these ones, and I think they might be quite nice for this. So let's use some of these. And you've also got leaves that go with it as well. So that's always a plus. And then we just need to get some, I reckon, I'm not going to go glitter. I think I'm going to go foiled. So let's have a quick look, see if I can find some red foiled card, mirror card. I say foiled, I mean mirror. I've got a little thing of red offcuts here, but there's nothing in there, so we're going to have to go straight with red card. Let me see if I can find some. I'm running low on red card, it has to be said. I think I still have a bit in my Oh, Diane, you can't connect. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know, you must be having internet problems. Maybe all the rain has caused it. I don't know. Right, I've got a little, I haven't got very much, but I've got a little bit of red. So let's use some of these pieces. Use some of these little off-cutty bits if we can. Let me just take this off and grab my die cutting machine. And then we can cut some out. So I reckon, let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look, see what we need. Right, I reckon with the biggest, I don't know if we can get away with these big ones. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, so that's probably the biggest we can do. So if I use those, that's the one that goes with it, and the little ones. And then I'm also going to need some leaves. So the big one I won't be able to use, but that's fine. And then let's run these through. And I think I'm going to I'll make these out of the red. And maybe these out of I can maybe do these out of a glitter and kind of layer them up, maybe. Because you can, yeah, I think like layer them up like this. And then you've got different in textures, haven't you? So I think we might do that. That's going to be too small, even for the smallest one. This one will fit, just about. And then I'll just attach them through the middles, which means I haven't got to worry about double-sided tape. We've got that one and this one. And then I just need to get some red glitter. Oh, let me run these through first, actually. Otherwise I've got to try and make space on my plate. A red vellum, yes. I don't have a red vellum, sadly. Otherwise that would look nice. But I don't have any red vellum. I've got other colours. White, blue, green, but no red. Oh, actually, have I? No, I don't think I do have. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to mentally go through my stash and think if I have. I don't think I do have red vellum. I think I've got something. I've got a pack of coloured papers, but I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to remember if they're mirrored or if they were vellum, and I can't quite remember. They were Hobbycraft ones. I did have some coloured vellums actually. Don't know. Because I thought I'd put all my vellums in one place. So I don't know. I'll have a look in a moment and see what I have. Right, okay, let's do another one of these. Another one of these at the bottom here. Just about get it on. It's hanging off a little bit, but hopefully it'll be okay. That's not going to get another one out of it. This one will. So we'll put this one on here. Okay, let's run these through. So I'd prefer to do all of my pieces all in one go, so it minimises the amount of passes through the die cutting machine. But because I haven't got the pieces, the other bits ready yet, I may as well just continue with this one. And then there's another one of those. I need an uneven number, so I'm not really sure what I need in the way of bigs and smalls and whatever. Okay, there's that one. Poke all my little bits out. They poke out a lot easier if you don't have to worry about double-sided tape behind them. But having said that, double-sided tape on the back is nice if you need to stick things down, because it saves having to glue these tiny little delicate things. Right, let's just put these in the bin and have a quick look and see about this vellum, because I have a feeling I did have some, but I don't know if I kept it or if I used it, or I don't know what I did. Let me have a quick look and see. Vellum. Where are we? Specialised card. Glitter card. Tracing paper. It would be under that. It's not there. Ah, hang on. What's this? Oh, yes, I have. I have got red vellum. Woohoo! I have got red vellum. It wasn't a Hobbycraft. It's this one. It's an old, a very old Papermania. It says plain pinks, but that is quite red. That's quite red. I think I could probably get away with that. Hi, Mickey. Don't worry. I think I can get away with that. It's actually pink, but because it's vellum, I think, we can probably pass. Yeah, I mean, it is sort of pinky. I reckon we can probably get away with that, to be fair. because I think I've got pinks and blues and what other colours? I don't think I've got red. I think I've got pinks, blues, and that's it. Pinks and blues is all I've got. So I think that will pass. I think we can get away with that one. So let's cut that out then. So it's just slightly not quite the right colour, but you know, I think we'll be okay. Let's just cut a section up here like that. Feels nice. Good quality. It's actually a little bit more opaque than you would expect vellum to be, but I don't mind that. I don't actually mind it. It's got that feel. It's got a nice silky feel. Okay, so that's that one. And then we'll put this one on here. Making sure I'm not making the best use of my vellum, but anyway. And then we need to get some green for the leaves in a minute as well. Okay. Run that through, run that back. There we go. So that's going to go on the other side of that. Oh yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. As I say, it's not completely the right colour, but it's okay. It's doable, and you can actually put it behind if you wanted to. But I'm probably going to layer mine, I think. We will see. We will see. Right, another big one. And then I need a little one as well. Can I get this on now? Not quite. Okay. Let's cut this one out. And then hopefully we'll be able to get the other one on. Move that over, put that on the top. Run the whole thing through. Okay, so that's for that one. And that one is for the other one. Okie doke. Right, so I probably need one more. Because I reckon I either need to go... Yeah, they do, don't they? Several colours and white. I could actually use white. The only problem is my white vellum is like a creamy colour. It's not actually white. But I could maybe go for a... Could maybe go for a... Hi, Sweet Pea! Don't worry. I could probably go for a... It'd be quite nice to have white in there. I've got a white glitter. Could maybe do a white... I don't know if white glitter would go, though. Although I have got that red glitter, haven't I? So I've got the red glitter on there. I might do a white to go behind here. Maybe in the plain. That might work. Just like a plain... Oh, I could do a pearlized. I could do a white pearlized to go behind. That would probably be a good idea. I reckon that could work. Let's find a white pearlized. That's it. Oh, that's cream. That's cream. Is that white? Yeah, it's kind of slightly off white, but it's because it's pearl. I think it'll be alright. And that can go behind then. Let's do that. And that would also make that vellum pop a little bit more as well. So let's do a few of these then. So one there. One there. Like that. There we go. So we've done 4 so far. 4 poinsettia. Because then that could go in with this, and you've got a bit of... Oh yeah, that's okay. I quite like that. Quite like that. That's nice. It kind of sets off the red a bit more. Makes the red pop a bit better. That works. And then that's that one there. And then we do another little one up here. Hopefully we can... Yeah, we can squeeze that in. Oh, squeeze it in. And then that one will go here. Still need to cut the leaves out. Okay. Add that on. Run it through. There we go. Pop that out. That's going to go behind that one. And this one's going to go behind that other one. There we go. So I've got 4 so far. I feel like I just need one more, like a 5th one. And I'm probably going to go with a small or a big one. I think a small one. I think a small one's going to be more versatile to use. So let's just cut a small out. Right, let's run that through. There we go. Like that. Pop that out. There we go. Just need to do another small vellum and a foiled, and then do the leaves. And then we just need to arrange them somehow. Okay, so that's there like that. Put that on, and let me do the vellum, the foiled one, the foiled mirror one at the same time. So I can do them through the same pass. Can't quite fit it on there. That's a shame. Can I fit it on here? Yes, 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 I can. Hurrah! Okay, so that's those 2. Put those 2 through. Okay. Pop that out. There's that one. So to pop all the bits out, but we'll do that in a bit. And this one. Okay, and then we just need the leaves. And I think probably for the leaves, we don't really want to go with mirror. I think we just need a plain green. I think otherwise it could be a bit too much. Let's move these out of the way. And then find a green. I haven't got any green vellum, unfortunately. Well, I have, but it's the wrong kind of green. It's like a really pale spring green, so it's not really going to work. It needs to be more of a foresty green, I think this does. So let us go with let's have a look. I'll have to have a look in the other. Try not to sit on me cutting plates, because that would be a problem. And how many am I going to need? I reckon I'm probably going to need 2 per flower, do we think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it'll be 10 in total. So this is when a punch is a good idea. If you have a leaf punch, it's a much better idea than having a than doing a die cut, because you can quick and easily punch them out. So I've got that green, which is decent. Do we feel like it needs to be more special than that, or is that going to be okay? What do you reckon? I'm going light. I haven't really got anything that lighter without going billiard green. I think billiard green is going to be a bit too pale. What do we think? The dark green, the light green, or do we think we need to go with something with a bit of texture to it, like I don't know, a glitter or a foil? What do we reckon? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I mean, I could do a mix. So if I do a mix of the 2, I've got to cut more out, which is going to take longer. Dark green, yeah, okay. Dark green, I agree with the dark green. I agree with the dark green. You like the light green, Louise? Oh, you like the light. Oh dear, we've got 2 darks and 2 lights. I like both. Oh gosh, here we go. Right, so we've got dark, dark, light, light, dark, light, dark, light, light. So we've got 5 lights and 4 darks. Okay then. How about we do a mix of both? What do you reckon? Should we do a mix of both? Should we do a bit of a mix of both together? Do you think? You prefer the light one it picks out on the paper? Yeah, I like both. This is my problem. I might just do both. I'm going to do a few of both, and then yeah, let's just do a few of both. Right. let me cut this down so that I can get a, get it through my die cutting machine. So it's just going to cut along here. Cut a strip like that. Ooh. There we go. Mix it up, absolutely. You can sponge the edges of the light green leaves with a darker green ink. I could if I was clever, but I don't know if I'd stretch to that. To be fair, it would be good. I think if I was a stamper and I knew how to do it effectively without making a mess of it, I would. But I know me and inking edges, and a lot of times it doesn't go well. So I might. I don't want to mess it up. Or we could ignore the lights. We could. We could. I mean, it wouldn't be very democratic, but we could. You know. Then put a glitter green with them. Yeah, I quite like the glitter green. No one can see the colours as clearly as that as me. Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm asking you because I wasn't really sure. There's the light one. See, the light one, it's not quite the same as the light green in the paper, but it does kind of stand out better. So, but then I don't know. I think I'll do a mix of light and green, and then we can just kind of mix them up and see what's what. I think together, mixed up, they might work really well because you've kind of got that balance then, haven't you? And you've kind of, because you've got dark and light in the papers themselves as well. So thank you, Tamara. Right. See, now's the thing of how cutting out as many as you need to cut out. That's the thing. That's that. And then I'm just going to finish this strip and then we'll work out what else we need. Obviously, I need to do the same amount in dark green. So it's always difficult working out how many leaves and things you need. I don't think I need to run that through again. I think it'll go through once. There's that one. There's that one. This is the joy of edited replays. This bit you see all sped up. You don't get to have to watch me. That's not the right English, but you know what I mean. You don't have to watch me cutting out a billion leaves, which I appreciate isn't the most interesting thing in the world. There we go. Let's keep cutting. Oh. So, okay. I'm going to do a separate pile for these. But these can go away now. Oh, no. Oh, no, that didn't work either. I'm trying to throw them onto a magnetic sheet in the hope that they're going to stick. But nope, they're just bouncing off onto the floor. Oh, that one's stuck. There we go. We've got one out of 4 attempts. Oh, dear. Right, let's get this in here. Try not to get my head in the way. Apologise if my head does get in the way. Get that in there. And run this through. You can't wait to see the card, Sweet Pea. Me neither. Can't wait to see it either. It's just a bit where I lose my patience. I'm like, no, I'm done now. Too much decorating. Too much cutting out. Too much faff. Let's turn that around. It's like tessellating shapes, this is. Try and fit them all in. There we go. I've actually got a branch of berries die somewhere, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go and get that out. Right, that's that. So we've got 6 of each so far. We needed 10, didn't we? So let's do a few more of this green just to kind of use up this sheet. Because we kind of need 2 per thing, and you can't really do a light one side and a dark the other because that just look weird. So let's just run this through and at least get 10 of one colour. So that's that one and that one. And then so that's 8. 2 more of the dark green. Does this fit? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't fit. Why would it fit? Why would it fit? That'd be way too easy. I'm just going to go all the way to the end, I think. There we go. Put that over there. I tell you, my room after I've done a live stream, it looks like a bomb's gone off. Proper craftermath, if ever I saw one. Right, last set of 2, and then we'll add in any extra that we need to add in. I've got a ton load of leaves. You can definitely tell it's autumn's hit, can't you? Goodness me. Right, let's get rid of this and then start assembling and see what we've got. Now, the other thing I'd like to do is use brad to connect all these flowers together, because I feel like that would be the easier option. However, that would also mean I'd add bulk to my card. So do we want to do that or not? I don't know. I don't know if we do. Right, that's that, that's that. This one here, that one, and that one. I still need to poke all my bits out. There's my 2 leaf dies. Oh, they can go on there. Right. Let us. I might actually. See, the thing is, if I brad them, I've instantly got the centre sorted. If I don't brad them, I've then got to find a gem that go in the middle. So I think maybe bradding is the option. If I've got enough of the right kind of brad, that is. This is what I could do with a little helper off camera, who's just sitting there popping these bits out while I'm cutting out leaves. You wouldn't have to sit and watch me do it. But I don't, so sorry about that. Right. Any topics of conversation while I pick bits out? Oh, I know what I was going to say as well. So I'm thinking of starting up a Patreon page. For those of you who know what it is, then I don't need to explain it, but probably most of you don't. I certainly had never heard of Patreon until relatively recently. So it's basically a way of doing, you know, how I have YouTube membership. It's basically like that, but it's just not on YouTube, it's on Patreon. And there's different levels depending on, like, you know, different price points, and you can help support the channel, and depending on what price point you go for, you get different perks. But I was wondering about doing because quite a while ago now, somebody suggested about doing an actual, like as a maybe a platinum membership on YouTube, as doing a tier where you have the ability to join me for an actual craft class. So maybe we do it on Zoom, or we do it on Google Meet, or I don't know, Teams or whatever, and we actually do a craft class. So, you know, I'd have to obviously limit numbers, but you know, you pay whatever a month, and then once a month we do a craft class where you get to join in, and we all get to do it together. It's not like a, you know, YouTube video. We actually do an online, you know, craft class together. So it means we could all chat and stuff as well. Like actually chat, not you know, not type. But I was thinking about doing that as one of my Patreon tiers, and I was also thinking about doing maybe a tier, like a lowered level tier, where I do just a Q&A, like once a month or once a week, or I don't know, something, probably once a month. Once a month we do just like a video Q&A. So you get to, I do it as like a video, and you get to type in the comments, and obviously it would only be open to those people on that tier, so it wouldn't be on public YouTube. It would be on YouTube but private or unlisted or whatever, and I'd send you the link out, and you get to ask questions, just, you know, about me, about my life, about, I don't know, whatever you want to know. And then each week we have a topic and we talk about whatever that topic is, and we just get to chat. We don't really craft, we just get to chat. So that was another option for a different tier. Let me just find some brads while I'm talking. Yeah. And then another tier might be something like you get to see tutorials earlier than they go up on live stream, so you get early access. That was another idea. So yeah, just some ideas, really. Different things we could do. So let me know if that would be something you would be interested in doing, or whatever. Might be a good thing to do. Right, I really want a white one. I've got silver. I've got gold. I could put gold in the middle. Are they too big? You would be my helper on the side, but your left wrist is still wonky. Yeah, I'm hoping your wrist is going to sort itself out soon, Nicole, because I feel like it's been ages, hasn't it? What is it, April? I think it was April, wasn't it, when you had your op? That was ages ago. Must be awful not having it working still. I really do sympathise, because that would drive me a little bit potty, I think. If I was out of action for that long. Oh, I've got some gold gem ones. They're nicer. I think I prefer the gold gem ones. Have I got enough of them? 1, 2. Oh, I might have 3, 4, and 5. Happy days. There we go. Fabulous. I'm just being conservative with my paper. Yes, I am. Right, let me grab my little foam mat thing that is always useful for punching holes in things. And do I want to poke a hole or do I want to punch a hole? Maybe I should punch a hole. Maybe that would be easier. With this one here. Right, so let's go for the finest, which is that one. And then I think if we just layer all these up correctly, or more or less, doesn't matter. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I can swizzle them around, can't I? So let's just get them more or less in the right place. Like that. Get my punch and let's see if we can punch through all the layers together. Give me about there, I think. Is that in the middle? Kind of. Can't really see because it's so dark here. And I have switched an extra light on, but I think that's the middle. I'll go for it. Okay. There we go. And then let's stick the brad through the middle. Otherwise known as a split pin, for those of you who know what a split pin is. Okay, and then we're just going to fan these out a little bit. Like that. That looks good. I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually, you know, curl your petals. But I don't know, do I want to curl my petals? I think I might just kind of give them a little tease. I don't really want to curl them so much because they're going to be, you know, taking up space as it is. I don't really want to do too much to them. Nicole, yeah, it was April. I thought so. It was going well. It was going well, but slowly. Then you tripped over on Thursday. Oh no. Oh, you don't need that. You don't need extra injuries. You really don't. Oh dear. Oh, well, I just hope that it gets better soon because, yeah, that's not nice. It's not good. Right, that's going to go in there. And then let's make a hole. Ugh. Ali, on your second day back to school after 2 years off sick, you fell over, hurt your knee. 3 weeks on, discover you walking around with a broken leg. Oh my goodness gracious me. Dear me. That's not good. 3 weeks on as well. Oh, that would have started to heal. Oh gosh. Oh dear. So have you got a cast on now? Hoping you have. Hopefully they managed to. It's not going to set in the wrong, you know. I was about to say the wrong shape, but you know what I mean. In the wrong whatever the word is. It's just whatever the word is. Right. I'm just giving them a bit of a tweak. I'm just going to bring in my ones forward, bringing my white ones back, and then just kind of tweaking them a little bit. It doesn't, you know, just kind of fluffing them a little bit. There we go. Right, let's do these as well. Stick them all together. Pretty much. Typical is they're a bit wonky, these poinsettias, so you haven't really got a centre as such. So it's a bit of a wild guess as to where the centre is. You've got a boot. Oh, the bones are aligned. Oh, well, that's something. That's something. I'm glad they're aligned because that could have started setting in the wrong, you know, position if you're not careful. That wouldn't have been good. Dear me. You guys need to take care. Take care. We don't want any more injuries. It just doesn't make life easy, does it, really? And especially with winter coming on. Obviously, if you're in the UK or anywhere where there's winter coming on, you don't want to be out of action when it's icy and stuff outside. I don't want to hear about any more falls over, please. Thank you. Guys, take care of yourselves. I know you didn't deliberately, but you know. I think that's about it. Oh, at least you can craft. Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. Poor old Nicole. Right, let's bend that back there like that. It's fluff. We're fluffing and bending and just generally whatever the word is. I can't remember what the word is. There's a word, isn't there, for this? And I can't remember what it's called. There's that one. Last one. Hurrah! But yeah, the red vellum's working well. I like the idea of the red vellum with the white behind. Is nice. There's a little pop of colour. Well, it's not really colour. It's lack of, isn't it? Because it's white. But you know what I mean. A pop of something different. And then and then we're gonna have leaves behind in a moment when I've got to put these together. I could thread the leaves on behind, but oh god, gosh, I've just dropped everything. But the stems on the leaves are quite thin, so they're not going to really hold with the brad. So I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to stick them on because that makes more sense. But it's properly raining here. Properly grey and miserable. I've had to put my little, I've got a little, it's like a star-shaped light thing. It's supposed to be for Christmas, but I've kept it in my craft room since a couple of Christmases ago. And whenever it gets really gloomy, I put it on and it's just nice. So that is what is kind of powering the light today, because otherwise I would have had to switch on my other light, which is a bit too much. So this one just adds a little bit of extra light. Right, so there's my poinsettias done. So then what we need to do is right, grab. Now I think, let's see. So I think the big ones are going to need to go near the bottom. Now I'm wondering whether I should put this on first and then I can see where my gaps are. I think I might do that. So I think we're going to put this on first. Let us just yeah, I think I'm going to do, so I want to do it on the back of the thing really, but it's just a case of doing a line. Turn that round, although I can't really see. About there-ish. It's going to be about there-ish. So one here and here. And I'm going to do it with wet glue. Oh, goodness me, I've left the lid off my wet glue all that time. That was a very silly thing to do. Put the lid back on again now. You've got neuropathy in your fingers and toes. Oh, goodness. Dear me, people. We need you to take care of yourselves. Obviously, there's not much you can do about that. It's not like you know. But, yeah. Right, let's stick that down. Just going to hold that in, and then I'm going to add my flowers in, because then at least I can see where my gaps are. I think that writing is straight. Hopefully it is. Okay, there we go. So then let us add our flowers in. Now, I feel like we could probably do with doing one there, and actually a big one maybe, big one here, and a big one here. See, we might not need that many small flowers. We might not need the leaves. I don't know. Do we need the leaves? Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at the light ones again. I have to say, I think I'm going down the dark. The dark green is winning it for me. The light doesn't look right. So the light green ones I'm not actually going to use. Right. So let us put I'm going to do a bit of red tape on these. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, it does sound like it's the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, let's trim this. And I might just get away with one leaf, you know. So let's stick that behind like that. And then I'm thinking, because that can go there, maybe another one on the other side, maybe like a little one. Have a look. Fingers aren't working today. Right, if that's there like that, maybe a little one like that. That might work. Yep, I don't mind that, I think. I feel like it should be up this end though. Leaf down there like that, or leaf up the top like that? What do we think? You can't really see that well on there, but I think maybe there. Or I do 3. Leaf up, okay. Leaf up. Either or. Righty ho. There's my little ones because these are easy to snip with. There we go. I don't know if you can hear my raindrops. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the raindrops banging on the window, but I certainly can. Okay, so that's there. Oh, leaf up we said, didn't we? So there. Okay, and then that just whole thing needs to go there. Now I really do need to kind of I don't really want to. I've got vellum, so I need to remember that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm just gonna have to use some silicone glue. Didn't really want to use silicone glue, but I think I'm gonna have to because of the vellum. I'm just wondering whether we want to do a little one in that corner as well. Sorry, I can't really see it. So that is where we're at the moment. And obviously you can't really see the both up and down. Yeah, I'm thinking. And close to the other one. Yeah, see, it's a bit out, but I'm just thinking maybe I need another one here, but then I don't know whether. Oh, I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? It's just going to be what it's going to be at the end of the day. So I'm thinking about a third one in here, but yeah, I might just do the third one. I would normally put them close, but I'm going to spread them out. Yeah. This is where you get to the point where you're like, I'm losing the will to craft right now. So, you know, we're just going to do it and regret it later. It's fine. So obviously it should really be like that. I could do 2 there, or I could do that one in the middle, but then that kind of unhinges the whole lot. Or I can space them out. I'm going to space them out. I imagine that's my step there. So that one needs to go about there. There we go. And then we just need to stick that whole thing down. And I do think it's going to need to be silicone glue, which is annoying. Oh, bye, Nika. Three is good in floristry. Yes, this is true. It is. 3 is good in anything, really. 3 is the magic number. According to Della Soul, for those of you who like your hip hop. I'm showing my age again. 3 is the magic number. Do I need any more on that one there? No, I think that's it there. So let's put this on, stick that down, make sure it doesn't go over the side there, which it doesn't. So that's that one done. That's that one. Okay, and next we need to do this one at the front. So same again, I have to do 3. This time I'm going to put, I'm just going to go here. Actually, no, I probably don't need to do 3 for this one because it's going to be a bit more closed off. So I was going to do a big one at the bottom there, but I don't think I'm going to have space to do a big one at the bottom there. So we'll have to do a space. Oh, maybe if I tuck it right under, I then have. Okay, let's just tuck it right under. Let's use a bigger piece of thingy. I could use glue, but I'm just going to go with tape for now. Like that. Okay. And then that needs to go right under like that. So you've only got a little bit poking out. So that's going to go there. And then we need a couple more leaves. So I think probably similar kind of thing to what we've already done. We need one here and I would say one there. So one there and then probably one over here. I'm going to do all big ones for this one. Yeah. Okay. Okie doke, Sherry. Oh, nice. Well, happy digging potatoes. And hopefully you have a nice dinner. Sounds good. Sounds good. I've no idea what I'm making for my dinner today. Not a clue. Haven't got that far yet. That's like that. And the last leaf can go on there like that. And then, oh, hello. There we go. And then that's going to go there. Oh, no, hang on. Like that, I think it's going to have to be. So let's just make sure it doesn't stand out. Okay. So let's just turn this over. Oh, gosh. I need to take my thing out. Hi, Shannon. Thank you. You're just waking up. Oh, I wish I was just waking up. What time is it there for you, though? That's probably why you're just waking up, because it's probably, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something, isn't it? It's probably morning time. Well, no, it's earlier than that, actually. Morning time for you. Afternoon for me. Let's plop this on here. Like that. Oh, no, need to bring it in a bit more. Like that. Because I need to make sure that that leaf, there we go, it doesn't stick out too much. Okay, so that's fine. I'm wondering whether we need to put a little one at the front or a little one at the back. I think maybe at the back, just to, because there's a bit of a gap here. So if I maybe put one in there. It's difficult to tell on the screen, you can't really see because it all kind of, it very much merges into each other. In real life, those stand out, but on the screen, it looks like they disappear into each other. It is a struggle every day what to eat. It really is. 9 a.m. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, I think at the top there. So I think we'll add little flowers, little leaves even on this one. And I'll just kind of do I don't know, we'll do them quite far in because I don't want it to take up too much. It's got quite a big footprint already. And we don't want too much of a footprint. Place it on the back. Yes, I think so. I think the back is where it needs to be. So let's just grab that. Let's grab that. And then this one here, I have silicone glue on my hand, which isn't the most pleasant of experiences ever. And then I'll put that one here. Oh, that one's moving. Like that. Does that still fit on the back? Oh, it does. If I angle it, it does. Oh, probably that way, actually. I appreciate that poinsettias don't normally have this kind of leaf arrangement on them, but there we go. And I've just managed to get some silicone glue on the edge of that leaf. So that's always good. And let's just stick that down and twizzle this a little bit so that it is a bit more I suppose it's going to have to be there. It doesn't want to twizzle. Oh, I've got silicone glue everything. Okay, bye, Adriana. I need a wet wipe. I've got silicone glue on my hand and it just won't come off, and I'm just putting it everywhere right now. It's a Christmas floral arrangement. It is indeed a Christmas floral arrangement. Right. Hopefully that is now all of the silicone glue off my hands. Okay. It's just that I wanted to rearrange this. This one here just needs to move. The front one needs to move. Come on. Can you please play the game? There we go. That's better. Well. Okay, that'll have to do. There we are. Okay. I think we'll leave it with that. Let me put the top back on my glue. So I've got some pre-made poinsettias for another time. So I think we will call it a day at that point. So there we go. That is the card. So if I turn it around, you can see it a bit better. But those do pop. They kind of blend in on the screen. The flowers kind of blend in, but in real life, they don't. They kind of pop. I'm not going to fold it flat right now, because if I fold it flat now, it's going to squash everything. But yeah, that's the card for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, yeah. Bit different. I mean, it's not, because obviously people have done it in the past, clearly, but I quite like it. I quite like it, and I do like that. I do like this die cut. So this was a Coco Rosa Studio. So obviously use iced 20, and that will get you 20% off your order. Also, click the link below, and that will take you through. It's an affiliate link. It will take you through, and it just makes sure they know that you came from my video, and then it means that I just get a little bit of commission, which is great, which helps the channel. So there you go. So that is that. And then inside, obviously, you've got space to write. I probably should have stamped that beforehand, but I didn't. So never mind. Best laid plans and all. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you all next time. So yeah, till the next one. Bye, everybody. Absolutely. Right, I'm going to poodle off, and I will see you all next week. So yeah, and I'm going to endeavour between this week and next week, I'm going to endeavour to do some more either digital kits or get packs online or whatever. But I'll see you all next week, everyone. Bye, everyone. Oh.